Hello, guys. We are here with our first ever daily recap live stream. We got lots to talk about today. Freddie Freeman is hot. Miggy Cabrera with his 500th homer. And we also got even more with how hot the Braves are right now.
Yes, sir. First ever weekly recap. We're going to be talking about all the baseball news from the past week. Let's go ahead and start it off with the most recent. Miggy hitting his 500th home run. Mick, I'll let you get this one since you're a massive Tigers fan.
That's huge. It was so much fun to be watching that live. It was a absolute bomb into the right center field gap. That propelled the Tigers to an extra innings win. 500 homers. He's only the 28th guy to ever do that. Just hats off to Mickey Counts. Okay. Next we got you're a Braves fan, so tell us about that Freddie Freeman cycle.
Well, he did it in 6 innings, went 4 for 4. Can't really do much better than that. Got his first triple of the year, and it came at the right time. He had a wall scraper bomb to tie it up in the game, but to give Freddie the cycle, which was huge. He's been hitting 539 in the last week. Really been propelling that Braves offense to make them go 9-0 in the last 9 games.
Yeah, they're super hot. Like I didn't know if they were a playoff team before this, but boy, are they looking like one right now. They are kind of leaving the Mets and the Phillies in their dust. Let's talk about some other players who are super hot right now. First, we got Teoscar Hernandez, 526 batting average this week. Have a week, bud. And you want to talk about Max Fried tossing a Maddox?
That was something special. I know it was against the Orioles, but uh, still 9 innings, 90 pitches against MLB hitters is just unheard of. Zero walks, zero earned runs, just a stud. Freed is either really on or really off, and as of late, he's been really on. 5-0 with a 1.39 ERA in his last 6 starts. He's just been a stud lately for the Braves, which really helps them.
Yeah, I really liked him as an arm in 2020. He was just really, really good. And so far this year, he's been solid. The start was rough, but I almost dropped him off my fantasy team. But now he's just been an absolute stud.
Yeah, he's just really carried that starting rotation with Charlie Morton, which has helped the Braves in the last couple of weeks. I say if they keep this up, I think nobody's stopping them. Next up, we got Luis Robert, Louis Bob, coming
Coming
back for coming back for the Chi Sox and being insane. He's really helped that offense as they have really kind of struggled the last couple of days against the A's, but Louis Bob has been clutch and he's really just taken over. He is a young stud for the White Sox.
Yeah, he's just been so much fun to watch. I've been definitely having a lot of fun watching the White Sox as a Tigers fan. I know it's in division, but it's still a lot of fun to watch such a hot team and with a team with such a good bullpen, such a good lineup, and such a good rotation. They're actually my pick to go to the World Series in the AL, and I don't know if it's them or the Dodgers in that World Series.
All right, so I got a question for you. What do you all think about the NL East race right now? August 1st, I'm looking at it. It says the Braves were 4 games back. Here, August 22nd, the Braves are in first place by 5 games. What do y'all think in the chat about how hot the Braves have been? I think that they've played some easy teams, but I think this week they got Yankees, Dodgers, Giants. This could really decide like what type of team they are. We got Huascar on the mound tomorrow against the Yankees. I think it's gonna be a good game. Monday night baseball. It's just gonna be a good game. Two
Yeah,
9 game winning streak teams.
that's going to be definitely a clash of two really good teams meeting up there. I really really like the Braves, and I really like the Yankees right now. That power hitting outfield's been dominant.
What do y'all also think about like the Yankees situation with first base? They got Luke Voigt and Rizzo, and they've both been just tearing it up. I think Guardy's done. I think with the DH, Guardy's 37, and he is just hasn't been his same ways. I think Guardy will become a bench bat, and either they will just swip off at first base, or one of them will get moved to DH. What do you think about that, Mick?
Yeah, I gotta be honest. Brett Gardner's not good. I'm sorry. All he is a bald, sad sack in the outfield. He hasn't impressed me in years. I really don't enjoy watching Brett Gardner play baseball. I think that outfield needs to be Judge in right, Gallo in center, Stanton in left, and then you got Luke Voigt as the DH, and then you got Rizzo over at first because Rizzo's a better defender. Voigt's
Yeah,
heated up after those comments he made in that interview.
yeah. So as we speak right now, the Indians lead it 3-0 against the Angels,
In that
and
League World Series
yeah,
Classic.
I'm kind of surprised. I thought the Halos would be taking this one. But Otani still got a great stat line. He's 1 for 2 with the stolen base in this game. I really just think that starting rotation for the Angels really just cost them multiple games this year, and we can see that happening right now as well.
Yeah, like if you paid attention to the draft, you would have seen the Angels drafted 20 starting pitchers. Like they know their problem. They just need to fix it in free agency rather than just the draft. They have their 2020 draft pick Reed Detmers up right now in the majors playing. So and they traded away their one of their starters in Andrew Haney. So I don't really get what they're doing over there.
Mick, what do you think about this crazy series, the Giants versus the A's? How much fun has that been to watch?
It's been a lot of fun. The Giants just got up to that 80 win mark. They are guaranteeing themselves to be over 500 this year with one more win. They're like a crazy number over 500 anyway, and it's just been a blast watching kind of an underdog team really do that.
How about Starling Marte for the A's? He's batting 321 this year through 330 ABs. And in his career, he's really gone under the umbrella. Nobody really talks about him. He's got a 290 career average and 290 stolen bases with 120 home runs. I think he's really been a great pickup for the A's.
Yeah, he's been special. I mean, you watched him start on that Pirates team. He had that steroids thing, came back from it, went to the Diamondbacks, went to the Marlins, and now he's a Oakland Athletic. I think that was a good trade too for both sides. Give me your take on the NL East. Who you have winning? Rays, Yankees, Reds, or Red Sox?
This is really tough, but it's hard because the Yankees are so hot, and like all of a sudden, just the Jays and the Red Sox have really just dropped off. They really haven't. They've been really struggling lately, and I mean, Orioles have lost 18 in a row, so they don't have really any speak in this. So it's really between for me, Rays and Yanks, and with the trade deadline, I'm gonna have to go with the Yanks winning the East, and then the Rays making it in the wild card.
Yeah, I'm a Tigers fan, but I'm sorry. You guys cannot be losing a series to the Tigers this late in the year. Stuff's starting to really matter, Blue Jays, and you're out here uh, letting the Tigers take 2 out of 3 against you.
Dude, how about Jake's D-backs? 7-3 in their last 10. Dude, they have just been killing it, sweeping teams like the Phils and the D-backs. I mean,
Yeah, it really was like I was looking at them. I was like, are they going to be the worst team this year? But no, the Baltimore Orioles have lost 18 straight. That's absolutely absurd. They've been 0 for their last 10 for like a week and a half. They're 38-85 now. They're flirting with that 200 winning percentage. The Diamondbacks have actually created some separation in that race for last place. If the Orioles don't get the number one pick, I'd be surprised.
I mean, the Diamondbacks, they played a great game today. They scored in every inning from the fifth inning on, and they took the lead and won it 8-4 against a decent team in the Rockies. So they're making some big improvements, which is very shocking.
Yeah, so let's recap this wild card race in the AL. We got the Yankees, the Red Sox, and the A's. The A's, of course, are playing in that series versus the Giants. They lost today, but which ties them up with the Red Sox for that second spot. And then you got your New York Yankees who are fighting for that spot, that top spot in their league for the wild card.
Yeah, I'm really liking a Red Sox Yankees wild card matchup here. Really think that would be something fun to watch. The A's have been great the last couple of years. I think their philosophies have really just not worked this year as they haven't lived up to their hopes. So I really think that the A's are going to keep falling off, especially with Chris Bassett out for a couple weeks. These next couple of weeks decide if you make the playoffs or not. And I think that Chris Bassett is their top pitcher right now, so I think that really hurt them.
Yeah, Formula One Nation, that was a very impressive catch from Andrew Benintendi to save that game the other day. The Royals, though, really aren't that interesting of a squad. They haven't been doing much. They're also in that fight for last place with the Minnesota Twins, who looked like they were heating up a little there, but they just lost 3 straight. Nothing compares to that L18 next to the Orioles name, though.
Yeah,
The
what do you
Marlins are what?
what do you think about this Yankees Braves series? Who do you what predictions do you have going into this?
I got this is 2 hot teams colliding. I got the Braves grabbing the series win, but it's going to be close. I do not think it is going to be a walkover win.
Yeah, so it's a 2-game series. Braves
Yeah,
got Morton on the mound and Yanoa. I would say they're top 2 starters because they've really been just electric for the Braves. Yanoa came back against the Marlins, just shoved 6 and a third, no runs and 2 hits, which led to a Braves 2-0 win. And he's been great.
yeah. I looking at that series, 2 gamers. 2 gamers really mean nothing. Those 2-gamer interleagues haven't mattered. The only thing that's going to make them matter is if one team grabs 2 wins. If they split it, it's literally just traveling there, playing 2 useless games, and heading out.
Yeah, look at this weird schedule for Atlanta. You play a 2-game series against the Yankees, then you have 2 off days in a row. When's the last time you've seen that?
Yeah, it's been a while. As a fan of a team with 2 off games in a row, it's kind of gets boring. Like I hate the off days because I wake up the next morning and I don't see any results. When that happens 2 days in a row, that sucks always.
Yeah, so the Phillies took a big game against the Padres today, and so did the Mets against the Dodgers. So, do you still think there's a chance for the Phillies or Mets, or are they just their offenses are just too washed out?
Their offenses are really washed out, and I would have told you. I would have said the Mets still have a chance, but looking at that DeGrom not coming back, it's not. It's really not going to happen. And Lindor's just not been Francisco Lindor for them, which is definitely a shame. What do you think, John Loudon in the chat? Are the Braves World Series contenders? What do you
You
think
know,
about
I gotta agree with you, John. I think we are World Series contenders. I just think that we gotta progress with that bullpen a little bit more. Will Smith is not the guy you want into Game 7 when you need a 1-run lead going into the bottom of the ninth. I just don't think he's the guy. He gave up a home run last night against the Orioles, which was just depressing because that's how bad he is. And I just don't like him on the mound. He's got a 3-pitch mix, and they all kind of look the same. So
Yeah, today in his game against the Orioles, 18 straight losses. 5-4 game, but 5-3 headed into the bottom of the ninth. Smith gave up a run and grabbed his 27th save. He's been tough to watch. Big time Royals guy in the chat. What about the Dodgers? Do you think? What do you think about them in terms of World Series contenders?
I think the Dodgers, believe it or not, I think they will pull out in the NL West. I know it's been a really tough race so far, but them and the Dodgers, they've just been insane. Cody Bellinger's starting to pick it up a little bit, but I really like the fact that what Walker Buehler's doing over there. He's just been outstanding. He's been lights out as of late. And now they're closing that gap. 2.5 games back, 9-1 in their last 10. I'm really liking this Dodgers team right now. They're all putting the pieces together.
Yeah, Walker Buehler. If you go check out that Cy Young predictions video, I got him grabbing that Cy Young and taking it home this year. The Astros today beat the Mariners 15-1. The little man Jose Altuve with a 4-hit game.
Yeah, the Astros offense has been electric the last couple of days, scoring 27 runs against the Mariners team who's trying to sneak in the wild card, really just shutting them out. And this also helps the Astros a ton because, as I've said in my daily recaps, if the Astros win, the A's win. If the Astros lose, the A's lose. A's lost today and yesterday, and the Astros won, so that gains 2 games for the Astros.
Big time Royals guy in the chat with another question. What do you think about Dansby Swanson as a Braves fan?
Dansby has just been so much fun to watch. He last couple of years really has struggled, always hitting like sub 240. This year he's really picked it up, been a really clutch bat for the Braves. And Freddie Freeman, he doesn't want big power guys. He just wants guys that will protect him in the middle of the lineup. And Dansby has just been that, batting 267, 24 home runs, which is top 5 in shortstops. He's just been awesome.
Yeah, I've been at a couple of his awesome games. I was at that 2-homer game where he had 7 RBIs the other week on Hank Aaron Day. Yeah, he's been a lot of fun to watch. What do you think about Tristan McKenzie kind of exploding onto the scene with that perfect game into the 8th, and today he K'd 8 against the Angels?
He really has come out of nowhere. He's been a really good talent for the Indians. They need young talent after giving up all their stars of the present day. So I think that he will really carry that starting rotation with Shane Biebs for a couple years to come. I think that's just huge for the Indians if they're going to want to win games in the next couple of years.
Live update. The Angels have a chance to take the lead here as they have the bases loaded in the top of the 8th with only 1 out.
We got Fletcher up to bat. He has had a pretty solid season, but he hasn't really been a power hitter. Do you want to talk about that, Mick? 500 ABs and 2 bombs.
Yeah. If you go and look at like his underlying numbers and stuff, he has 0. I'm pretty sure, I don't know how accurate this is now, but he had 0 barrels in his entire career for a while.
Yeah, he's been a very good contact hitter, batting 298 through 487 ABs, which is really good, but 2 home runs and 40 ribbies is not really going to cut it.
Yeah, I got to agree, unfortunately. I really like David Fletcher, but not in that type of way. I think he's more of a kind of a singles guy, not a power guy. He's never going to hit for power. He's really good on defense, too.
Yeah, he's been a really good middle infielder for them this year and the last couple of years. So, Mick, what do we think about the Cubs getting swept by the Royals?
They suck. It's all I got to say. The Cubs are not a quality baseball team, not a Major League Baseball team right now. They're one of those, in Jeff Passan's article, he detailed them as one of those walkover teams that any of those teams competing right now, they want to play him. Or they want to play those Cubs because they just sold all their pieces, so it's Wilson Contreras versus the world.
All right, Mick, I'm going to let you talk about a little bit of stuff you like. Your Detroit Tigers have been doing some good things in the last couple series against the Blue Jays. Talk about that in the last couple of days.
Yeah, it was. We were starting to slow down a little. If you look at our last 10 games, we're 4-6. But this Blue Jays series was a huge win. Grabbing that 4-1 win. It's been all about those late innings for us. We're away, so they're not going to be walk-offs, but we've had some very awesome late wins.
How about the Brewers yesterday? We got Giannis Antetokounmpo signing a deal, and then Christian Yelich goes 3 for 5 with 6 RBIs, 2 home runs, and a grand slam. Expand on that a little bit more.
That's super impressive from Yelich. Big time Royals guy in the chat. What do you think the Royals will be like next year? I think with Bobby Witt hopefully coming up, they're going to be pretty solid. So I think they'll definitely improve, but I don't think they're going to be really that close to contenders next year. Any more questions in the chat, please let us know. We're going to be wrapping up in the next couple minutes. So who's been your standout performance of the week? Who would you say was your guy you would give a weekly Player of the Week award to?
I got to give it to my guy back in the ATL, Freddie Freeman, batting over 500 in the last week, hit for this cycle, really been a huge bolster to the Braves offense this week.
I know he hasn't been doing all too stellar, but I'm going to give it to my guy, Miggy Cavs, on the 500th homer. It's only happened 28 times. We won't see it again for a very long time, and I think that's been really special.
How about Shohei's 40th home run? What do you think about that?
Yeah, as a Tigers fan, that was against us, and so I got to see that live. That was pretty impressive. I think he could be looking at a 50 home run season this year.
Yeah, he's just been a stud for the Angels. I really wish Mike Trout was healthy because that'd be so much fun to watch them just playing together. But I think the next couple of years will be good for them.
Yeah. Thank you guys for coming here and watching this live stream. Stay tuned. We're going to try and go live as much as possible. Please be sure to let us know anything in the comments and stay tuned for more live streams and make sure to subscribe. Thank you.
Thank you.